Dean from Dean Trips here in Australia. I am in Victoria, the state of Victoria. Left Melbourne on a day tour today with the Go West tours. The bus is behind me. It's a day trip down to see the Great Ocean Road south of Melbourne on the coast. So we're at our first stop in Torquay. We're gonna take a quick look at the water, have some tea and a muffin, I believe, and then journey on to some more stops and spend the whole day. It's like a 13-hour day, 550-kilometer tour. And it's a small group eco tour. It's advertised on Viator is where I booked it, but it's a Go West tour company. Dean Trips, Australia. This is Torquay Beach. It's a surfers beach, surfers town. Rip Curl started in this area. Some other surfing brands. Not too big of waves today. A little overcast today. It is in December, almost Christmas 2025. Taking a quick walk along the path. It's pretty overcast today, right now. I'm hoping it'll clear up a little when I get to the nice sights of the 12 Apostles along the Great Ocean Road. I'm looking forward to seeing that today. Plus there's a stop, I think, where we're gonna have a chance to look for koalas in the wild, but don't have high expectations to actually see them today.
A really great mouth of the river where you can paddle, kayak, sit on a tube. In the last couple of years, sold by Janine Ellis, who the new buyers have had renovations done and the scaffolding's come off. And there's lots of...
So it is a busy time for tours today in the Christmas week. Summer holidays, although it does not feel like summer at this temperature. And this is the stop to see the Great Ocean Road Arch, the third version, as Monique, our guide, explained. After the first two were damaged, and the third one, I think, well, they were burned too in the fire on Ash Wednesday. But it's the original sign, but newer version of the arch. It's a sign explaining about the arch and the Great Ocean Road. It's really the world's largest or longest war memorial, as it's dedicated to those who fought in the Great War, the First World War. There's actually several signs here. There's another sign. Great Ocean Road started as a project to create work for World War I returned servicemen. A total length of 252 kilometers now. So we have about just a little over 10 minutes to stop here to take some pictures, but also opportunity to walk down to the water. It's a beach here next to where the Great Ocean Road Arch is. Normally, Dean Trips videos are just me on my bike or running or hiking, sometimes even paddle boarding, kayaking, but usually no more than myself and maybe my wife or daughter or son, occasionally another work colleague. But today I'm doing a group tour, which seemed to be the most feasible way to see as much as I can today on my work trip layover in Melbourne. So get to see how it is to do a group tour. It's a small eco tour as advertised, but it's a bus. I think the maximum is 24 people. So, but there's like 4 other buses. So even though our bus is not so big, there's lots of other tours kind of following the same route during this busy holiday time. But I think it's still going to be nice to see all these beautiful sights, especially further on down the Great Ocean Road when we get to what I think will be the highlight, is to see the 12 Apostles, the rock formations, and the beautiful coastline here in Australia.
There's a sign. See the charring on the edges of it from the fire? Soil. And then netting over the top of that the plants can then hang on to and grow. It's a bit bumpy in some sections. The road is far better quality, much safer than it was when it was first constructed, and every year there is work done on it to maintain it, improve it, fix it from after incidents, and we will come across some works today, that's normal. Network, and that bus is a public bus, but it doesn't run very often, and a lot of sporting events start from here. There's a run, you can run the Great Ocean Road from Melbourne to Apollo Bay, but it's beautiful. See why a landslide would occur. Now they are wild, so we'll see if we can spot them. The best way to find them is to find the bunch of tourists at the bottom of the tree pointing up, but sometimes that can be deceiving because they could also be pointing at birds. So we've got crimson rosellas, and then there's also king parrots, and probably not as well as they can be. What builds up the tolerance to eucalyptus in their tummy, and that's...
They changed the Kennett River stop because there wasn't a place to park and didn't look like there were any people gathered to see the koalas there, so we're going to stop at this overlook here. Another tour bus stop too, a little bit bigger, more people, and carry on down the coast to Apollo Bay for lunch, but there is supposed to be another stop to perhaps see koalas. The other sightseeing tour bus is much bigger than the one we're on. This is a Go West Tours. Monique has a bigger bus tour there.
What do you mean?
Right, Cape Patton stop.
Not one, but 6, so that I can pass them around the bus. Shelter in the bay while they were being repaired, and it is a very prolific fishing village. You can see the marina over on the left, and it is the last major town on the surf coast here of the Great Ocean Road.
Stopped here in Apollo Bay for lunch, a lunch break and restroom break. It's a nice sculpture right by the beach, and restrooms and shops where to get food. I have about 50 minutes. Lots of artwork, sculptures here in Apollo Bay. Shops, restaurants. It says the bakery that's recommended by Monique, our driver and guide. I got my ice cream, mint chocolate chip, my favorite. See the town's decorated in a carnival for Christmas. The sun's starting to break through a little bit. Gonna come down and take a quick look at the beach here at Apollo Bay. It's like someone's brave for the cold temperature water here.
a little bit before it. So Victoria first settled. So roughly what we see today is a third virgin forest, a third open farmlands, and then the remainder.
Alright, it's a beautiful view here, but we are going to walk a little ways along the road to see if we find any koalas up in the trees. A couple of big buses looking as well. There's a beautiful view. No koalas though, that we can see.
Gets that 90 to 95, and then right down on the forest.
Alright, we're going for a nature walk here at Mate's Rest.
These trees are vulnerable to damage.
A nice nature walk through the cool rainforest. Mate's Rest. It's a carnivore snail. This is what the trail looks like without a crowd of people right in front of you. Beautiful trail, beautiful. Cool rainforest.
So yes, there are actually two snails in the Otways. The Otway giant black snail and then the orange-lipped snail. Just has a bit of orange on the slug. Any of the ocean in the Surf Coast section because there was just the afternoon light. Beautiful wetland, there's black swans down there. Here's the main one. So it is red and black for the red-tailed black cockatoo and means to walk back to the bus. You will need to.
12 apostles dropped off here. I'm gonna walk. I'm gonna try to get down to the Gibson Steps Lookout Beach. So I've got an hour 15. It's gonna take me probably not as long as the sign says, but no time to dilly-dally. It's as crowded as it gets. It's the afternoon now. Christmas week, the 22nd of December. It's not as warm, but it's breezy. The air is cool. And yeah, masses of people. Heaps of people, as Monique would say, heaps. This is the view. There's the old viewing platform. There's a new one as well. Looking for the steps to get down. In the afternoon is kind of some back lighting. Not the best lighting now. Some morning lighting I think's got to be better. A lot of wind out here. This is the newer platform. See how the lighting makes such a big difference. Wow. So much more beautiful this direction. This is a busy spot here. Very busy, very crowded here today.
Thank you. Thank you.
Lots of people, especially when they try to take pictures from one side to the other. Alright, this direction, but it says it's closed. Temporary closed due to rockfall. The car park outlook. So do I want to go look at the car park outlet? The steps are closed due to rockfall? Nobody's going this way, so maybe it's a way to get away from the crowds, huh? Let's take a quick look, get some walking in at least. Crazy, pretty crazy crowded here. The 12 Apostles Lookout and the Gibson Steps being closed. I don't know if it's worth it to walk for this other view, but I'll go take a look. I've got another hour until the bus leaves, so yeah. Get in some steps walking, take a look. What's nice here is I get to experience just a smidgen, a small section of the Great Ocean Road hiking trail. So there's a hiking trail that follows along the Great Ocean Road, and this is what the hiking trail looks like in this section here by the 12 Apostles. Get a little bit of view of the ocean now. Beautiful color. So the Gibson Steps Trail basically takes you to the first car parking lot and back underneath the highway. So it's closed. The steps, you can just have the view here. Smalling view platform compared to the other one. And looking probably more into the sun again, which is not the best lighting angle. This time of day in the afternoon, it's about 10 to 4 o'clock p.m. So really, you can't see that many apostles. You see the nice beach, and just down there the steps are closed to get down to the water. So not really worth it to come over here now if you can't get down to the beach. I'm gonna walk back to the crowded platform again. So the visitor center, the 12 Apostles along the Great Ocean Walk. Super busy, super windy, but super beautiful as well. 12 Apostles here on the Great Ocean Road. That was the experience here at the 12 Apostles Lookout on a very busy holiday weekday. Helicopter rides are available. I think it's about a 16-minute flight. Cost somewhere up around 200, not quite 200 Australian dollars. And the bus parking's over here. That's our time, hour and 20 minutes. Had enough time to go to the Gibson Steps, which I could not go down, and then go back to the viewpoints again to get some more photos.
Ripe old age of 42. Easily.
Alright. Lockhart Gorge. Got our final stop before dinner stop, but final touristy stop here. The Great Ocean Road tour through Go West Tours. And we got a couple more viewpoints, and the sun's out nicely now, nice breeze. Yeah, it's been a good day, just a lot of people, like so many beautiful places all over the world, just are all very crowded nowadays, especially during the peak travel times like holiday week or during the time of the day when tour buses operate. These viewpoints are about 400 meters, I think 100 meters. So not very far, not very long to walk. And maybe those big buses are going to leave and there'll be more space, yeah. It's Razorback. This is the right direction for the lighting now. distance, but we can walk over closer, I believe. Another view here. The Shipwreck Rock. Yeah, it's a nice looking beach here. So another place closed due to rock instability, unstable rocks. So can't go down to the beach anymore here.
The Great Ocean Road before we turn back and head towards Melbourne. From Alaska to come and nest on the southern Victorian coastline. And they go down to Phillip Island as well. So those of you new to